Senior White House advisor for trade and manufacturing, Peter Navarro. Peter, it's great to see you again. It's been a little while.
Hey, well, Cain.
You guys have made a fool of economists. You've made a fool of people with predictions of the way this would go. And I'm humble. I hope you're humble, because we never know how economies turned out. It's millions of decisions made by millions of people every day. But it's looking good, Peter.
Well, the beauty of this, Will, is this is exactly the scenario we had in the first term. We had the Panicans in the first term reacting to the tax cuts, the tariffs, everything we were doing, saying it was going to cause inflation and recession, yada, yada, yada. And all we had was strong growth with zero inflation. We're repeating the same scenario. And we've had 3 reports now this week: consumer prices, producer prices, and today retail sales. And every time we're doing better than Wall Street said we were going to do in terms of expectations. Today, retail sales were higher than expected, indicating a strong economy. Producer price index yesterday was lower than expectations. And for 5 months, we've consistently been beating expectations on inflation. We've been below consistently. So we love where we're at. Council of Economic Advisors, Will, came out with a report just last week that shows that import prices have actually been falling. And what we know, Will, is that when we put tariffs on, the foreign countries, particularly the ones that depend on us the most, they have to eat the tariffs. So tariffs, they're not tax hikes, they're tax cuts. We've had $100 billion so far we've raised in 6 months. We're going to have trillions over the 10 years, and that's going to pay for the big, beautiful bill, tax cuts and debt reduction by the tune of about $2 trillion. We like where we're at.
Wall Street is in the business of being right. Now, don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean they're never wrong. We can look back to 2008, we can look back to many recessions. It's an emotional industry as much as it's marketed as an intellectual industry. It's emotional because human beings are emotional. So it's interesting to look back. President Trump was meeting with Wall Street economists and prognosticators back in 2024, and this is what he said, Peter.
Overall effect could be massive.
I agree. It's going to have a massive effect, positive effect. It's going to be a positive, not a negative.
Well,
let me just tell you. Let me tell you. I know how committed you are to this, and it must be hard for you to, spend 25 years talking about tariffs as being negative, and then have somebody explain to you that you're totally wrong.
So, Peter, why though? Why are economists in Wall Street wrong? And again, when I say wrong, I want to be clear to the viewer, and I hope you would be as well. I say this with humility because we'll see how everything plays out in the long term. But in the short term, everyone looks wrong but you guys at the White House.
Well, historically, we didn't have an income tax until 1913. Hamilton, Lincoln, Jefferson, McKinley, they were all tariff advocates. And the beauty of tariffs, Will, is it brings manufacturing here. We protect our industries. That's jobs, that's wages, it's prosperity, and it's revenues. That's the McKinley formula, the Alexander Hamilton formula, that's the Donald Trump formula. And it works. And the reason why tariffs don't cause negative impacts like inflation is because these countries, they depend so heavily on us. Europe, China, go around the world. They just live, they feast off us with unfair trade practices. When we say, no, you can't come in unless you pay this tariff, they got to eat the tariff. And again, history's on our side here. The same Panicans you see on TV right now, the same think tanks, the same politicians are the ones who said the same damn things. Same thing, Will.
Yeah.
In the first term, they were dead wrong. They're wrong this time.
Prognostication is a bad business, whether or not you're in sports or the economy. Prognostication has a bad track record, let's put it that way. Peter Navarro, always a fun conversation. I love the broad historical scope always when we have that conversation. Thank you, Peter.
Yes, sir. I love talking to you, Will. You take care of yourself.